All right, students, we're back to the beginning. I'm going to show you a very, very fast way to graph these. Not graph these, but get their tables in just a matter of seconds. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start off, I guess I should start off at home base. So here's home base in the calculator. When you go to this button right here, y equals, hit that button, and it gives you an opportunity, as you can see right here, to type in equations. So I'm going to type in this equation just like I see it. So 3x, where is x, the variable, x is right here, it's right next to the alpha button, so there's the x right there, and then minus 7. So I type it just like I see it. My next move, after I've copied the equation, is I'm going to go to this thing called table set. So I got to go to second table set. And what I'm going to do is you can either have your table, it's going to give me a table here in a second. I can either have it automatically be populated, or I can ask it for different values. I like to have the ask option available, so if it's not selected, so if it looks like this, make sure you go like that, and that way it's automatically going to give me the dependent variable. So I'm going to ask for independence. I'm going to choose these independents, and then it's going to automatically give me the dependence, or in goes the x values, out come the y values. And then you can do a setup here. You can start at a certain value and it'll go up by 1. So there's some other settings you can mess with, but for me this is the best setting. So if it doesn't look like this, make it like this. Okay. Then I'm going to go to second table. See table right here? Okay. So hey, there's my table. But why is it blank? Well, it's because I haven't asked for any values yet. So here, how about I ask for these values? So hey, Mr. Calculator, I got the equation typed in. What happens when x equals a -2? Ooh, nice. What about a -1? What about a 0? What about a 1? What about a 2? Boom. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That table just sprang up out of nowhere. Instead of doing all that stuff by hand, if I type in the equation, if I set my table up, type in the numbers I want, I can automatically get the table made for me. Okay? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's absolutely beautiful. And if you want to see a quick picture of it to make sure you graphed it right, there's my graph. If you want to see what it looks like if you graphed it right, hit graph. Oh, nice. There we go. So the default window, it goes 10 up, 10 over, 10 left, 10 down. So you're probably like, well, yours is way down here. Yeah, because here's -7 right here. So the bottom of the window, 8, 9, 10, would stop right there. So there's the bottom of this window right here. And if you type in window, you can mess with the settings. You can look at different parts of it. So right there, see 10 in all directions, right? Well, what if I wanted it to go down to like -15, kind of like what mine does? Mine's a little closer to -15. There, now it looks a bit more like mine. More on the bottom, less on the top. Okay, there you go. You get the idea. So let's go ahead and do that with the other equations. Now the cool thing is you can go ahead, you don't need to delete that equation, you can just go right to the next one. All right, here we go. Let's go to the next one here. So -2 x squared plus 3. Go to table. Oh, look at that. -5, 1, 3, 1, -5. Isn't that pretty? 5 numbers go in, 5 numbers go out. Instead of having to do them each one at a time, it'll automatically do all of them at once. Isn't that beautiful? So the nice thing here is you can type in 2 equations at once and you can see how the equations are different. So if I were to go back and I were to compare 2 linears, okay, I'm not, but if I were to compare 2 linears, I can see how they're changing differently. Oh, look at these. These ones are all increasing by 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. Ooh, this one's a quadratic. How do I know? Because look, the y values match. It goes up, then it goes down again. So just by looking at the table, I can tell what type of equation it is. Okay, last one. Let's go to the absolute value one. See if I can spit this table out really quick. So again, the absolute value, they're pretty easy to do mentally, mathily, but it's still kind of nice to be able to type in the equations. Okay, so I got to go to math, number. I want ABS for absolute value. I want the absolute value of x. And then I need to go outside the symbol, go plus 3. Okay, so I like to look at it twice to make sure I typed it out right. There's nothing worse than typing in the equation wrong, thinking you did it the right way. So there we go. Absolute value of x plus 3. Okay, let's go to the table, please. Oh, beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 4, 5. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. 3 equations. So I did about 4 or 5 minutes per video, and here I did all 3 equations in about 4 or 5 minutes. So as you can see, and that took explaining it to you, but once you understand how this works, you can do these things so much faster. And the beautiful thing is you can go and you can change the inputs. Okay, these x values, you can change it to anything you want. Go away. Delete, 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 delete. I get it started at -5, and then -4, then -3. So if I wanted a bigger table, there it is. Oops, go away, -1. There you go. So I can start the table from wherever I want, okay? And that's the other feature that's right here. You can make it start at -5 if you want, and it'll automatically do it for you. Oh, human, you want to start at -5 and have it automatically populate? Okay, there you go. -5 all the way to +5, automatically done. So if you have any questions about calculator stuff, let me know. Otherwise, that's a great asset.